Hi, I'm CQ the Watch Guy, and I teach people all over the world how to build their dream watch collection. Join me as I look at some great picks if you're looking to buy watches in February 2025. All right, gang. Hope everybody is having a great day today. Feeling good. It is February 2025. Can you believe it? The Super Bowl's over. That's how you know Christmas is around the corner. This is the sad time. If you're like me and football is kind of the sport that you follow all year. This is kind of the lull time. And you got to figure out what do I watch. A lot of great things to do, a lot of great it's nice because the football season ends and the watch season kind of picks up. We got Watches and Wonders right around the corner. Um, and so many great events. It seems to be so many events that are happening more often year over year, especially domestically. Yeah, there's Aspen Watch Week going on, Watch Time, which does New York and San Francisco. I believe they have something up that might be in Texas or somewhere. Maybe I mix it up with the Wind Up Watch Fair, which is doing something in Texas as well. See, everybody's doing a bunch of great events, so that's awesome. Anyways, so I got a question from one of my good friends and collectors. Um, he's like, "What should I be buying right now? What should I be looking to buy today, this month, February 2025?" And that is such an open-ended question because, what do you feel like buying? What do you feel like spending? What do you feel like? Are you looking for something to wear every day? Are you looking for something to just accent your collection? Do you just need to scratch the itch? You just need to buy something, that's a little bit funky that maybe you might trade in a little bit. Is there a special event coming up that you want to have a really nice iconic piece on the wrist for? So many questions go into that. So it's tough. And even to him, I shot a few things, but my overall thing, which I'll start with instead of ending with, is right now is a great time to be buying watches in general, especially on the secondary market. I think there are a lot of opportunities all over where you can be a little bit aggressive in your negotiations with a lot of dealers. This is kind of the slow time in the watch season, anyways. Holidays just ended. We're going into everybody's kind of figuring out their year, the fiscal year, how things should look. So a lot of big collectors aren't spending or they're not jumping to spend. A lot of collectors are buying watches that they want to buy, but I think we're out of the pressure cooker situation that we found ourselves in during the peak pandemic season of the watch market, where you felt like if you got offered something from the AD, you had to buy it, or else you would never be offered something ever again. You felt like you're insulting somebody for saying no, which I think is so crazy. Then even on the secondary market, it was the same thing. A lot of times, you just felt like if I don't buy this Daytona today, the price is going to go up tomorrow, and oftentimes that was the case. But now we're in 2025. We are well past the peak, which you would say is somewhere around 2021, 2022. We are now kind of in the new normal of the watch market, which is literally just going back to the old normal of 2019 before the pandemic hit and everything went crazy. So you think things are kind of normalizing on the price side, but also on the availability side as well. You're hearing people being able to get your relatively common Rolex pieces. It's not hard to get a Submariner right now. It's not hard to get a Datejust 41. You do got to wait a little bit, but you don't have to wait a year for a Blue Dial fluted bezel Jubilee bracelet Datejust 41, which was the case for quite a while. Now you can probably get it in 6 months. It also depends a lot the AD that you're working with, the area that you're in. If you're in a high traffic area, if you're in the middle of New York City and it's your first watch ever, it's going to be tough for you to get, something that you really want. Of course, Daytonas and things like that are still going to be in the wait list, but there's a lot more availability in Rolex and brands across the board. You can just get pieces now. I have a feeling discounting is going to slowly creep its way back into the market, as well as, the global economy is in a soft position, let's say that. So again, luxury isn't the immediate thing people spend on in mass. And that's great if you're a savvy watch collector. These are the times where you can just slip in and snipe and pick up some really, really great watches. So that's what I want to talk about today. So this is going to be a little bit of a longer video. I'm going to do chapters. I'm going to do a few different pricing categories, so you can feel free to jump to the pricing category that that you feel like hearing me blab about today, basically. But I got some really good watches here, almost 15 pieces. So I'll let you know the price categories now. We're doing up to 5,000, between 5,000 and 10,000, 10,000 and 20,000, 20,000 and 50,000. And we're gonna finish off with the big boys at 50,000 plus. So many great watches to get at any price point. I want to start there. I kind of specialize in the luxury industry. I do specialize in luxury watches, and I tend to talk about a lot of high end watches. That's just the business I'm in, and just I love it. I love those type of watches. I get to really interact with like artisans and real interesting craftsmanship and type of pieces, and just interesting, complicated, blah 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 blah. But I love all watches, and I'm wearing a Tissot PRX $600 retail. I think this is a great watch. I get more complication compliments on this than when I was wearing my two-tone Daytona around all day. So it's like I love watches at every price point. So even though you're gonna hear me talk about a lot of very expensive watches, that's just I love those watches too, and I won't feel bad about talking about expensive watches, and I won't be feel bad about talking about inexpensive watches. So, anyways, we're gonna get it started here with what I think is one of the sleeper hits in the past couple of years, and that's a Raymond Wheel Millesime collection. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. I do apologize, but anyways, these are beautiful, clean, classy watches, 39 millimeter time only pieces. But they just come in such great variety. Got me stuttering. That's how much I like them, because I'm a big fan of Raymond Well. Raymond Well does some great things. They are independent manufacturers as well. That haven't been around. Uh, hundreds and hundreds of years. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna mute this thing, or else it's gonna bug me. They haven't been around hundreds and hundreds of years, but they've been around for well over 40, 50 years, I believe. Anyways, they do make very good pieces, always had really good price point watches. They kind of got lost in the fray as different brands kind of saturated that space of up to thousand, $2,000, $3,000. So many great watches in there, so they kind of get lost, right? So they're making a good swing back with the Millesime collection. I love this salmon dial. These retail somewhere around $1,600. Beautiful, clean, classy, 39 millimeters. Really, all you want, all you need from a nice, fun watch. And for $1,200, I'm sure if you offer our friends here, 1916 Company, $1,000 on a wire, 950 on a wire, they'll probably take that. And this is just a great watch. Or if you're trading for something else, this is a great watch to squeeze into the package. Great piece of gift to somebody. Great piece if you're looking for a nice travel watch. You want to have something that's still a good watch guy watch, and you can travel with this and not feel any threat of somebody. If somebody's taking this off your wrist, you're in a very, very tough place, and be careful out there. But yeah, this is a great piece, clean, classy, and just a well done vintage aesthetics. And they do it in a blue, they do it in a black or slate, I believe. But I'm a big fan of salmon dials, and I think this is probably the best looking salmon dial at the price point. Nice automatic movement, nothing crazy. But again, at $1,200, at 1,600 retail, I'm not fighting you on the movement. I don't care. I don't care. Is it automatic? Great. Some type of water resistance? Great. That's all. That's all I care about. Is the strap decent? Yep, that's all. Is the dial beautiful? Is it gonna last a long time? Yes, yes, yes. I think this is a great buy at 1,200. So check that out. But the Millesime collection, they do amazing, amazing pieces in a variety of different dials. So the pieces here, I'm kind of gem hunting, right? I'm picking some really nice pieces that I really like from different brands and retailers and blah blah blah. But if I like, just I love this watch. I love it in a salmon dial. Don't think you have to get the salmon dial. You can find this in many variations for around the same price point, and that goes with pretty much everything I'm going to talk about today. Yes, I'm going to focus on this particular piece, but if you don't like the dial or whatever I'm talking about, the brand or the model is a good series to look into just in general. Just a point of order. All right, now we got Louis Erard. Louis Erard is another great little independent out there that focuses on pieces under 6,000, under 5,000. They really in the past probably 4 to 5 years focused on doing a lot of collaborations with different watchmakers and designers. There's a Van Halter edition that's going crazy right now. But I really love this Malachite dial from their Excellence collection. I'm a big fan of regulators, and regulators are basically watches that separate all the time telling elements. So you can see here the hours are on one track. The minutes are on its own different track, and then the seconds are down below. So everything is on its own separate track, and I really love that. So these retail, I believe, just under 4,000, and it's part of their stone collection that came out. And you have a lapis style, a beautiful malachite here, and a venturine dial as well. All look great. All again under 3,500 pre-owned right now. Great watch to get, have some fun with. But look how exotic these are. Look how fun these are. These are not normal pieces. They're not just hour minutes, they're regulators. Plus, you're getting a unique dial. And I love watches that just give you a lot of bang for your buck at the price point. I love these roughed up suede straps as well. Just a great piece. And Louis Vuitton is a very collectible brand as well. If you're looking for a brand that you want to get a bunch of different models within that brand, Louis Vuitton is a great brand to collect if you just want to be a completionist. I love that, and you're not gonna break the bank. You could probably spend 50 to 60,000 and get a very large and complete Louis Vuitton collection with a lot of really awesome pieces and a really good brand to check out. All right, what else is next? So my last entry. Sorry, we got all these ads here. If I exit, we'll go crazy. All right. So we got this is the last entry in the 3,000, under 5,000 category. And this is a Ming 37.02 minimalist. These came out a few years back, and maybe I shouldn't do that. And I really love these. These are clean, classy take on a normal Ming form factor. But what's really fun is a lume. So what's revolutionary about this is one of the first times that pure white luminescence has been used. And the Ming team actually did this in-house because all the Luminor manufacturers didn't want to take this on. They just felt like it's not possible to do a pure white lume. But Ming and the team said, it is possible. And you know what? If you guys don't want to try it, we're gonna spend our money, our customers' money, on R&D to make something really, really unique and very special. And that's what you get with this beautiful piece. And for $3,000 in the secondary market, I think these are probably just a little bit more primary, maybe just under 5,000. I think this is a great piece, a unique piece. If you like that minimalist style design, what they're doing here, by the way, it's a sapphire dial. So they're doing a sapphire dial. But it's still, there's a plate that you can't see all the way through the movement, of course. And then that tinted sapphire dial has the luminescence applied to it. And then you have the hours and minute hand on top of it. But look at this watch. It's a beautiful watch. I love the way their lugs flare out and just the sculpted feel of the whole watch overall. Beautiful piece. This seller's on Watch You Seek. I don't know him. I just saw it's a great watch at a good price. So do your own research. This is not financial advice, but you feel free to hit up cqthewatchguy.com, and you can hire me for a consultation. I'd be happy to verify this one all the way for you. But this is a really, really cool piece. And again, at 3,000, I just think this is a fun watch. You get a lot of wear, a lot of enjoyment out of this watch. And if you want to trade it, you'll probably get around the same for it, especially if you're doing it on the forum or doing an end user transaction. If you trade it to somebody, you're going to beat you up a little bit, but I still think it's a cool enough watch where you can extract a lot of value out of it for a very long time. All right, let's move up category. So now we are in the 5,000 and 10,000 category. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. So I was scrolling around trying to put together this video, and I was trying to put together a list of watches, and I was like, what is this JLC? So this is the JLC Master Ultra Thin Date with a beautiful champagne, almost autumn dial. It is beautiful. This is like a nice automatic movement as well. This is like almost like a white grape Rolex OP dial. I love this. 6475. Did a little bit of research. These came out around 2016-ish or so. And they're just beautiful. And JLC is one of those brands where you can find such amazing value just because nobody's really paying attention to them. But you will always get in-house movement. You will always get a quality timepiece, and you always get something unique. Now look at this. You're getting a Master Ultra Thin Date. So this is under 7.5 millimeters thin. So beautiful watch, very wearable watch, very unique dial. take it off of this chocolate brown strap, put it on some suede, put it on some lighter browns, put it on, like, you could even do a blue. Like, I could see like a not even, not royal blue, but like a suede with the right shade of blue. Have some fun. Go to John Rousseau, go to Aaron Bespoke with this watch, and you can have some partying at this price. Come on, 64.75. I mean, you could probably, squeeze them a little bit, get a good deal. And I think this is a great watch if you like um ultra thin watches, you're looking for a dressy piece, but with a little bit of exotic dial. I think this is a great find. That's 64.75, and it's a modernish movement as well. So there's no compromises. This isn't deploying buckle too. This isn't like a super vintage watch. I wouldn't even think this is neo vintage as well. This is just a great pickup for those who enjoy nice classy pieces. Really, really awesome. This is a 1916 as well. Then we got something from, let's reject those cookies, hate all these cookies. This is from the guys over at Luxury Bazaar, and this is the PAM 1412. Well, I stopped on this one when I was scrolling their site. Is I just enjoy the age steel look that some of these Panerai pieces being produced with. They just kind of give you this worn out look on the steel. Looks like it's off of a ship or something like that. And I'm a big fan of Panerai. I think they present some of the best value in secondary market if you're looking for what we call the oversized watch, a very large watch, a good diver. If you're looking for a fun piece that you're not gonna expect, you're buying it to enjoy it. You're buying it to enjoy it. That's what the Panerai is in my buy signal category right now. You're buying to enjoy, you're not buying for value. But if you are buying to enjoy, especially if you have a little bit of a larger risk, you can find so many great pieces. These are meant to be strap monsters and have very unique straps put on them as well. And right now, pieces that used to go for 16, 17,000 on the secondary market are going for under 10,000. It's insane. I want to do a whole nother video on that. But I started my career in the secondary market in Watch You Want with OJ Watley and the team there, who is a godfather of Panerai in the secondary market. And at that time, Panerai was harder than Rolex. Beyond the Rolex Daytona, 60% of the Panerai that are being produced were like over retail for a few years there. It was an insane market. Anyways, this 1412 is, how big is this thing? 44 millimeter stainless steel with that kind of aged look, has a nice slate gray dial on there. I just think for 79.50, I'd muscle them down to, I don't know, 75, 70, 73.50 on a wire. I think that's a great piece. Put some straps on this though, take it off this rubber, have some fun with like some gray or black. You could do a black leather with some gray stitching, or you want to get it wet, but you could still, even sailcloth, do a nice black sailcloth with some gray stitching will look really, really good on this watch. Really nice fan right there. All right, keeping it moving. This is gonna be our last one for this category. We're going back to JLC just because so much value, so much value. So this is a JLC Master Control chronograph. This thing's interesting. 84.50 full rose gold. You're wondering, why is this so cheap? It's a rose gold chronograph. Like, it should be at least 13,000, 14,000, right? It's 34 millimeters. Look at that, 34. So it's a little bit of a tiny friend here. But I think it gives great opportunity if you want something for, if you have a little bit of a smaller wrist. This is 34, but with these chronograph, but with the chrono pushers, you're probably feeling more like a 36 or even 37. So I wouldn't be afraid if you're somebody who wears 36 or 37, even 38. I wouldn't be afraid trying this watch on. If you're buying this as a gift for maybe a female or somebody with smaller wrist who likes complicated watches, I think this is one of those rare opportunities where you can get a chronograph at this size. They just don't really exist. But I wouldn't be afraid to try this if you enjoy 36, 35 millimeter watches, even 37 or 38. I think the overall lug to lug is probably a little bit bigger on this. And look at this fun little thin chronograph. This is, again, this is a great steal. You're not gonna, with the point buckle as well, you're just not gonna find things like this in many other brands, because again, it's 34 millimeters. It's a rose gold chronograph, 84.50 though. You know what I mean? I'm sure. I doubt if you hit them at 78 on a wire, they're gonna tell you no. Because again, it's not a watch that everybody's looking for, but because you're shopping with CQ, the watch guy, I'm showing you the gems. I'm showing the gems that that are there, but they're just hidden. They're hidden in plain sight. But that's a great piece, that master control. All right, so this is the first Rolex of the day. I think it's the only Rolex of the day from our friends over at the Keystone. Really, really great site and operation over there. If you're just looking for really unique vintage, neo vintage, or modern pieces, but always unique, check out the keystone.com. Really awesome pieces. So I wanted to talk about this because I was like, I don't really want to do a Rolex because I don't know. I talk about Rolex so much for the past, 2 years of my life. I want to kind of switch it up a little bit. But here's an interesting Rolex that I said, all right, this is one I wouldn't mind talking about. So this is actually a Datejust, but it's a white gold Datejust, and there are a few precious metal Datejusts out there. And I like that because it's a unique Datejust. The Datejust was white gold. So I like watches that look like everything else, but upon closer review, they give you a special zing or a uniqueness to them. So that's what you have here upon, further look is, oh, you got a Datejust on the strap, or is it dated? It's like, no, sir, no. It's actually a white gold dated. And I love that they have the black around the loom here. I love a good stark white dial as well. So nice stark white dial with a white gold case. What's not to love? Beautiful. And this still has stickers on it. 14,000. Not sure how they do their pricing, but I wouldn't be afraid to hit them an offer as well on a deployment buckle. I think this is great for him. I think this is great for her. I think this is great for gifts. I would put this on a deep navy strap. I would put this on a charcoal gray strap. I would put this on a green strap. Because it's white gold on a white dial, you can literally have so much fun with straps. The only thing you're trying to coordinate with a little bit is in the indices because they're black, but still you can have so much fun with that as well. And I think of 14,000, a great pickup, a great unique pickup right in time for Valentine's Day or something like that. But just a nice, interesting piece. And at 14,000, you got to watch with a story. And I think this will always trade around there. Does it boxing papers? Boxing paper. I don't know if boxing paper. Maybe not boxing paper, but I don't even care. Have 14,000 because you're getting it for 13 and change if you can wiggle them a little bit. I think it'll always trade. You always be able to squeeze at least 11 out of this watch. I gotta believe. Great watch there. Our next piece in the category, another one from Keystone, is this beautiful Cartier rose gold Rotonde de Cartier. So I picked this piece because I like Cartier, and I think they offer so many unique pieces that they don't often talk about, or they just, for whatever reason, isn't publicized, or just got lost in the fray with all the other cool things. So this is a cool Rotonde from the 2010s. You got a power reserve at 6. You got a retrograde date there at 12. Time only beyond that. Just clean, classy with a little bit of complication. And I enjoy that. And if you look at the dial, you see you have some beautiful different kind of engravings there and just different styles. So it gives you a little bit of depth while being a clean, classy Cartier. Not for everybody, but I always like to point these out because you can get a classy watch without having a simple watch. I think there's a difference between getting a classy watch and having a simple watch. And this is a classy watch, but not a simple one. 13.5, I think is a good price for this. And again, you can put this on black strap. You can have a lot of fun on the deployment buckle as well. And I love a good deployment. All right, now we're stepping up to the 20 to 50 category. And we're going to start out with our friends at David SW with this AP Code 1159. I rarely talk about Code 1159s, but these are this version I really enjoy. So this is stainless steel with this green concentric dial. And I just love the dial. I think the Code 1159s have been refined now, and they're where I wish they were when they first came out. I think the biggest problem with them was just the rollout, to be honest with you. I think just like, I don't know the words. I think there are many brands, even outside of watches, that love milestones. And I think this watch got caught up in, being presented as a milestone watch when it didn't need to be a milestone watch. This could have just been a great new entry in the Audemars Piguet collection. But this was heralded as a revolutionary piece. That's why it's called the Code 1159, because it's 1 minute before midnight. That's how close it is to revolutionary. But when it came out, it's just a really cool watch. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a good clock. It was a combination of some Royal Oak elements, some Jewel Audemars elements, a lot of different aesthetics there. And they were okay. The original designs were all right. But since then, the designs have been getting better. and we land with something like this, which I think is a really good, handsome watch. I could see myself wearing this. And at this price point, pre-owned at least 21,875, I wouldn't be afraid to pull the trigger around that price for something like this as well. I mean, it's a well-made watch. It's a good quality watch, good movement there. And I like it. I like this watch. I just think the overall collection will always be in a state of recovery just because of the inception, the debut was just heralded as something super revolutionary, which, we're in watches, man. It doesn't need to be revolutionary every time. And like everything, every year, there's always a new tennis watch, a this watch, a record break. There's nothing wrong with just making great watches, celebrating anniversaries, celebrating great real milestones and real achievements in horology and watchmaking and things that like aren't expected or people even want, such as the metronome watch. That was just released by the watchmaking student that's evaded my name, but something like that, that's, oh my god, nobody's made a watch like this. Things like that are revolutionary. This is just a great watch. This is a good looking watch, and there's nothing wrong with it. But yeah, so just take the positives out of the conversation, and it's that this is a great watch at a good price, and I think it's a good piece for you to check out. Next up, JLC Duometre Chronograph. The Duometre series is probably the best value for complicated watchmaking you can get right now on the secondary market. These all retailed like 30s to 40s, a little bit into the 50s, depending the metal and complication. And you can find different variations, but they're all floating in like low 20s to mid 20s right now. And it's just amazing pieces. So basically what you're getting with the Duometre is you're getting two barrels. You're getting two watches in one, basically, in all of them. You're getting two barrels that are powering the watch. One is going to power different elements. This one is a chronograph. So one barrel is powering the time element, which is going to be in gold. That's why that has a power reserve that's in gold. And that's why this has a second hand that's in gold. And then the chronograph segment, so this is a 60-minute chrono. And then all the elements coordinating with the chronograph are going to be in, this is, I think, blacked or blued. Well, either black or blue. It's a B. It's one of the darker hands, in the darker hands, which is an ingenious design by itself. So that power reserve goes to that. Then you have a Fujian, a sixth of a second seconds hand that is just spinning away crazy when you start the chronograph, and it's just amazing to see. Like when this is running and you activate the chronograph, it's a beautiful ballet to see both second hands moving and working together as well. It's just amazing. Really nice sizable piece, 42 millimeter, not too thick, but the thickness is used really well, the point buckle. And then you get to the money shot, beautiful German silver. So all of these have a nice patina on them by now because these were made like the mid 2010s, so I don't know exact year, but mid 2010s these were being produced and still up to this day. And now there's a new Duometre series, but look at this movement. These are the two barrels there. This beautiful escapement, great movement architecture, great finishing. You're just not getting this for 22,950. You're just not. It just, I can't, maybe you are, but not really. Not from a brand like this. Not from a brand like this with the history that they have, with the heritage that they have, with the quality that they produce not at this price point. Grab this watch. Grab all the Duometres. Duometres should be like double the retail, if not more. If this was Patek, oh my gosh. If this was Patek, it would be, I'm black on my back, all right. If this was Patek, triple the retail. You know what I mean? Like any of those brands, like A.Lange Sohne even would be so much more. I don't know, just great watch here. This one's no box and papers, but you can find them. Even with box and papers, this wouldn't be more than 25, right? You can find them at really, really good prices, but I'm not worried. I would buy this without box and papers all day because these are well out of warranty, and like the money that you're saving beats what you're gonna pay for the premium. And when you trade it back, you're not gonna get that much premium for the box and papers anyway. So not a watch that I'm looking for. Not a this didn't come with like a special box or anything like that. All right, let's keep it going. We're 30 minutes, not too long. All right, so we're gonna check out our friends at the Del Rey Watch Company. Shout out Federico, and we're in a new category. Oh no, we're still in 20 to 50. I'm all over the place. So this is a Laurent Ferrier Sport Auto. I love Laurent Ferrier. So Laurent Ferrier, the man who's still alive and who's still making these watches, part of the company, worked at Patek Philippe for many, many decades. So I feel like that those years of working at Patek Philippe has translated to his watches, and I often compare them to Patek Philippe pieces in 100 years because they just feel like Pateks that are just like in 100 years, in the year 2125. If you go to the Maison Patek Philippe, wherever they are at that time, I feel like these are the watches they're going to make. They're not going to be radically different in appearance, but it'll be just very refined and very of unique aesthetic that is still that minimalist feel. And that's what you get from Laurent Ferrier pieces. So the Sport Auto was his answer to the Nautilus, or his entry into the integrated sports race, sports watch class race, whatever that was going on. I got to do a whole different episode with Laurent Ferrier. I was just thinking about how much I love the watches and just how good of a value they are. Anyways, another video. So the Sport Auto has been around for a few years now. They retail close to 50 or so. This is the cheapest one I've seen on the market. So this is from Delray Watch Company, Federico, and the team down there. 41,999, so 42,000 for these. Most of these are like 45 and up on the market, even some of the 50s. And this is an unworn piece. I think this is a great pickup. Look at the movement. Look at that movement. Beautiful movement. Micro rotor there. Just clean, elegant watchmaking. Really nice piece. Really nice piece. Not for everyone. Not for everyone. But if you've seen this in person, if you felt it on the wrist, it could be for you. If you want a nice sports piece, you don't want to pay up for the Nautilus because they're crazy right now. This is probably a little bit of a higher level of overall watchmaking. Very similar look, still being unique, still giving you all the oomph you want of a high horology piece, and you're supporting great independent watchmaking by buying a piece like this. I think this is gorgeous, and I love it at this price. I love them. I think this is the price where these should be. I think this is a good price for them and a great pickup, especially for unworn piece. This is all titanium as well. Really good pickup there. Shout out to my guys at Delray Watch Company. All right, back to 1916. We have a steel 5350R. So this is a variation of the 5146, which is my favorite annual calendar from Patek, the very first annual calendar ever serially made. It was actually the 5036, so the descendant. But I love the 5146 is the first Patek I ever sold when I worked at a Patek boutique. So that was very exciting for me. Now, what you get with the 5350 is basically a 5146, but this is an advanced research model. But first, let's look at this. Rose gold with a beautiful slate gray dial. This picture doesn't do it justice. A really unique dial and a really good color configuration. Chevron deployment buckle because it's a little bit of an older watch. And what's special on this one is they use a unique upgraded hairspring. I don't want to mess up the name. I should have done my research. I didn't. You do your research. Come back and tell me in the comments, and I'll throw you a gift. But this is a beautiful piece, advanced research. You get a great piece of Patek history here, but a unique classic look, a great color configuration, rose gold with that slate gray dial. Take it off of this chocolate. Actually, it looks great on a chocolate brown strap, but have some fun, and get some different straps for this watch. At 46,950, man, there was probably a time I could probably find pricings of these in the 60s or even 70s because they're so rare compared to the other models as well. And you just don't get that many limited edition pieces straight from Patek. So definitely check out this 5350. My friends are 1916. All right, the camera is going to die soon. So I want to speed through a little bit. All right, one last one from 1916. This is beautiful. I had to get it. And we're jumping categories. We're in the 50 plus category now. Royal Oak Chronograph, Leo Messi limited edition. I love these watches. I've been in love with them since 2012 when they first came out. Rose gold case, tantalum bezel, tantalum ingots there. Just something you don't see. This one is a full set. Look at that full set. 55,950. I want to say these retailed probably around the 40s when they came out in 2012. So they're pretty stuck. They're stuck pretty fair to retail value. Limited to 400 pieces. Just a really good Royal Oak came on a leather strap. Have some fun with these. Not a piece you see every day, and something that lives well in any collection. Very unique without being too out there. Check it out. Next watch is going to be beautiful Daniel Roth from A Collected Man. If you haven't checked these guys out, great curated watches over there, and they do mostly independents. Really good reading, really good blogs. Everything is super done very well. So I love this. I love Daniel Roth. Daniel Roth is basically the godfather of all the modern independents that we have today. He was the first to do it under his name in the late 80s and really make a brand and get out there and find some success before things, kind of went shaky, found some good success. So this is one of those earlier chronographs that happened in the early 90s. And this is really nice. This is a white gold case with rose gold accents and a beautiful Simon dial. And what Daniel Roth is famous for is really helping revive Breguet. So all the Breguets that we love now, those new vintage pieces that have those, machine engraved dials and just really unique finishes and amazing perpetual calendar movements. A lot of that is because of Daniel Roth. He was behind the helm of the brand, of watchmaking of the brand when that was going down. So you get a lot of those styles in his pieces, but in unique cases, just like this. Beautiful watch. 54,000 pounds. So a little bit on the higher side, but these are very collectible watches, and they're on the moon. Everybody's on them right now. LVMH is reviving the brand and doing a really good job at that. So this is a piece where you can wear it, you can enjoy it, and odds are you're going to see a good return, a little bit of a return if you hold on to it. I'd say 5 to 10 years. Really great pickup. All right, and the last watch of the day from our friends at Luxury Bazaar is a A.Lange Sohne Lange One rose gold on a Wellendorf bracelet for 70 grand, 69,950. I picked this just because I love these bracelets. The Wellendorf bracelets you see on a few models sprinkled throughout, especially in the earlier days of the brand, and this is what watch bracelets are meant to be. Watch bracelets are meant to be, accent, extensions of jewelry, because that's what they are, right? They are just jewelry. And when you feel these bracelets, they're heavy, they're nice, but they feel silky. They move, they're so flexible, and the way they move is like a piece of silk. It's so amazing. So I just wanted to talk about this watch. Of course, the Lange One is a great watch as well. Beautiful rose gold case here. And I just love Lange. You got a big date, your power reserve, your second hands, your time over there. But the star of the show, definitely the bracelet. Gorgeous. Guys, I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more great videos like this. Tell me which watch is your favorite that I talked about today, or let me know which watches you're on the hunt for, and we can talk about it. If you have any questions you want to ask me, make sure you check out cqthewatchguy.com. And if you'd like to hire me as your personal watch advisor, check out cqthewatchguy.com and get a watch guy in your corner. I'm CQ the Watch Guy. I hope you have an amazing day, and remember the rule: buy what you love.